I think what it's going to come down to is the child actors. And ironically, one of the first reviews I ever wrote for a school newspaper was E.T. And I remember writing about how Henry Thomas, he carried that movie.
Get ready, get set. It's a first look with the Oh Brother podcast.
Welcome back to another First Look with the Oh Brother podcast. Mike, we're back. We're going to do a first look on the Skeleton Crew.
Oh, a little Star Wars action.
It's highly anticipated, but it seems more like a
Kids?
like kid-friendly, family-friendly, which is, that's Disney anyways.
I'm nervous about this one.
And
After
again,
the last one.
You're referring to The Acolyte. Yeah, but very...
I don't like to use that term.
The show whose name shall not be uttered.
Yes.
But very different, right? The Acolyte was quite dark. It wasn't a family-friendly series by any stretch of the imagination. No. What is this? Like, you're Mike mulling it over, like, well, The Acolyte, it had some G-rated.
Well, I'm thinking that, the two kids were in it. Usually when kids are in a movie, so there wasn't like there was bad language or anything. It was just, like you said, dark content.
Yeah, so speaking of kids, so here's a good transition into the Skeleton Crew. Again, as with the first looks, this is literally a first look. Don't know anything about this.
Do you know anything about the timeline?
I don't. It just says 4 kids make a mysterious discovery on their home planet that leads them to get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy. So that's about all we got. So we're going to jump in.
If we learn anything.
Into the trailer, and then we'll see what we got there. So.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No more pretend. I found something buried in the woods. What do you think it is? I think it's a lost Jedi temple. Hello? Be careful where you step. We're lost. Really lost.
'Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
You're a Jedi.
All right, Mike. So,
didn't give us much.
Oh, I thought it gave us quite a bit. I mean,
okay.
Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, you see that right up front and you go, okay.
That was good news.
And immediately you can see the production value
is better.
Way better.
And I trust Jon Favreau more so than Dave Filoni because he did Ahsoka, which is amazingly getting a second season.
But this looks good. And I saw some Jawas there. I don't know if that was a K2SO type droid that you saw at one point from like Rogue One, remember? And Andor, the series, the best Star Wars streaming series, maybe next to The Mandalorian that we think. I'm not a big student. I think you are, certainly more so than me. I'm not a big student of Jude Law. Any thoughts on him in this? That was a pretty cool reveal of him.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good actor. The Talented Mr. Ripley is probably the first movie I remember him. But again, I think you're in good hands with him. I think what it's going to come down to is the child actors. And ironically, one of the first reviews I ever wrote for a school newspaper was E.T. And I remember writing about how Henry Thomas had given the best child actor performance I'd ever seen to that point. I mean, he carried that movie.
I mean, from the looks of it in this trailer,
They seem
it
fine.
looks good. Yeah, and again, you can only form a very small impression from such a short trailer. So the creators are credited as Christopher Ford and John Watts. Christopher Ford, known for Spider-Man, Homecoming, of course, Jude Law. We talked about Kerry Condon, Ryan Kira Armstrong, and a whole host of others.
I was thinking I was going to skip this one because it was it seemed like a Goonies kind of
I was just going to
vibe.
say, it's Goonies meets Star Wars. Yeah, for
Right.
sure. But I'm far more intrigued and interested to watch this than I am to ever go back and look at the Acolyte. That's for sure.
Which
So,
the early word is that's not coming back, even though they left it with a major cliffhanger.
I hope not. I take Ahsoka season 2 all day long over that. So
Yeah,
but yeah, Skeleton Crew, December 3rd, streaming on Disney Plus.
and that's
We'll
our
check it out.
next helping of Star Wars, right? Unless there's
Um,
some animated series that we don't really watch anyway. Or I
no,
don't.
although I have been diving into the animated series more lately.
Yeah,
In fact, some of the like Tales of the Empire and the Young Jedi Adventures and all that sort of stuff, trying to
yeah.
get my way through all of them because a lot of content there to watch and really good storytelling in those animated series too. But
Yeah.
this one looks good. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. As soon as, John Favreau's name came up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this.
That's all you need to know. All right, that's it.
Bye, everyone.